Why are you here, Rey, from nowhere?
Everyone has been asking, is Rey Luke's daughter since before the release of The Force Awakens? I believe I can answer this question in today's video. Keep watching to find out more.
Hello, what have we here?
Hello there, welcome back to the channel where we love to talk about Star Wars rumors. Before we get started, I want to give a special thank you to Jerry. They left a comment in one of my previous videos. The comment had lots of great info in it, and it was also very detailed. So thank you for leaving a comment, Jerry, and thank you for giving me the okay to go ahead and make a video from it. Also, this theory is from months ago, before all the recent plot leaks have come out. So today's rumor has been around since before The Force Awakens was even out in cinemas. Is Luke Rey's father? In the lead up to The Last Jedi, everyone was keen to find out who Rey's parents are, and according to Kylo Ren,
they're filthy junk traders who sold you off for drinking money. The dead in a pauper's grave in the Jakku desert.
I have not spoken to one person who was happy with this answer. Moviegoers and Star Wars fans are hoping for better results in The Rise of Skywalker. Let's take a look at Jerry's theory. I believe Rey was taught from birth and groomed to become one with the Force. No doubt Luke taught Rey even at the Jedi Academy until Ben Solo destroyed it and dumped Rey on Jakku. Here are some of the strongest clues in The Force Awakens for Rey being Luke's daughter. During Rey and Kylo's fight on Starkiller Base, Luke's old lightsaber had chosen Rey and went to her instead of Kylo, even though Kylo was the more experienced Force user. When Leia first sees Rey at the Resistance base, she gives Rey a mother's hug after Han died. I believe Han figured out who Rey is, and he told Leia, and she felt it. Leia recognizes Rey instantly, and it also looks like Rey sees something familiar in Leia. Not long after Rey has arrived at the Resistance base, R2-D2 reactivates after being asleep for many years and is able to complete the map that leads to where Luke is. The missing piece of the map had already been at the base for a while, so it wasn't this that woke R2. In the scenes of the Jedi Temple burning, R2-D2 is there with Luke. So if Rey trained at the Jedi Temple, I'm sure R2 could have been reactivated by hearing Rey's familiar voice. Leia sent Rey to find Luke, hoping his daughter would be the one to help him reconnect to his family and the Force, and help stop the First Order from taking over the galaxy. Once on the island, Rey goes alone to find Luke. Chewie and R2-D2, both of whom Luke has strong ties to, stay in the ship. At the end of episode 7, as Rey approaches Luke, we see him standing and looking down at a tombstone. Presumably, this is his wife and Rey's mother. This is why Luke has tears in his eyes when Rey first sees him. I believe the pain and anger of Luke losing his wife and his daughter being presumed dead, coupled with his nephew turning to the dark side, is what Luke meant when he said,
Would bring destruction and pain and death at the end of everything I love because of what he will become. And for the briefest moment of pure instinct, I thought I could stop it.
And I speculate that is exactly what Ben as Kylo Ren did. He destroyed the temple, he killed Luke's students, he killed Luke's wife, and he dumped Luke's daughter on Jakku, hiding her from Luke as to destroy him. And those events pretty much brought Luke to the pain level that Anakin experienced right before he turned to the dark side. Luke knew this and isolated himself, then he shut himself off from the Force to avoid the same destiny. I also think that's why he threw the lightsaber over his shoulder. Being a Jedi was behind him, as he blamed it for all his losses, and he certainly didn't want his child to experience the torment that comes with that power. There are other scenes from The Force Awakens that give us some vague clues to back this theory up too.
The two were accompanied by a girl.
What girl?
Who's the girl?
Now let's look at the clues from The Last Jedi. Luke knew Rey's name without her telling him.
Who are you?
The Resistance sent me.
They sent you. What's special about you? Where are you from?
Nowhere.
No one's from nowhere.
Jakku.
All right, that is pretty much nowhere. Why are you here, Rey from nowhere?
He even knew this while being cut off from the Force. I think he realized who she was when she said she was from Jakku, as that would be why he couldn't feel her presence when he was connected to the Force. When Luke gave Rey her first lesson and Rey went straight to the dark, Luke said,
I've seen this raw strength only once before. In Ben Solo. It didn't scare me enough then. It does now.
When he saw that power in his nephew, it scared the heck out of him. But seeing it in his own daughter completely terrified him. And he knows he has no control over the repercussions of her decisions, as she's now a grown woman. Rey definitely has that mighty Skywalker blood. In Snoke's throne room, Snoke said when darkness rises and light to meet it, he adds he assumes Skywalker wrongly. He thought it would be Luke Skywalker, but it is Rey Skywalker. Later, Snoke says, Skywalker, Luke, lives. The seed, child of the Jedi, Luke, lives. And as long as it does, referring to the seed or child, hope lives in the galaxy. I think Kylo wiped Rey's mind before dumping her on Jakku. That's why her only memories are of being left there by her cousin, although she may not remember the specific relationship. Rey cannot recall who her parents are. Kylo Ren uses this to his advantage, as now that he sees her raw strength, he wants her by his side, on his team. She is family after all. That bond he had with his younger cousin is one of the things that keeps the light in him. When Snoke wanted the seed, child of the Jedi, Luke, killed, after pulling from Rey's mind that Luke was waiting to die on the island, he knew if both Skywalkers were dead, the dark side would reign supreme without interruption. Ben was forced to make a decision, and he chose to keep his cousin alive and kill his master instead. At the end of the movie, Rey not only felt her father's, Luke's, death, but the details of how peaceful and purposeful it was, proving a close bond between the two of them. Then, when Rey asked Leia how the Resistance can be rebuilt, Leia lays her hand on Rey's and says, "We have everything we need." Leia knows the power of the mighty Skywalker blood her brother's daughter has running through her veins. There are several other things I'm sure I couldn't think of offhand, but in my opinion, there's no question that Rey is the daughter of Luke Skywalker. Well, there you have it. While researching all of this, I did go over the Snoke scenes, and this does make sense, and it also lines up with the clues we were given in The Force Awakens. Thank you again to Jerry for today's video. These are some great observations. Some of the Force Awakens info I was already aware of, but to be honest, I'd never thought twice about any of this information from The Last Jedi. So what do you guys make of this? Does it strengthen your views that Rey is Luke's daughter? Are there any more clues to this theory that have been missed? Let me know by leaving a comment. If this is your first time here, please subscribe so you don't miss out on any Star Wars rumors. And please leave a like if you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget that I have a small giveaway happening for reaching 66 subscribers. Make sure you get in before I reach 100. More information can be found in the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And remember, it doesn't matter what galaxy you're in, Jesus is Lord.
My dad is God.